Alright, hello everyone and welcome to my channel. We are flying in the 737-700 today from San Diego, as you see, from SAN to Burbank. I have tried recording this video multiple times now and failed because of some or the other reasons. Sometimes GSX messes up, sometimes I mess up because I haven't flown this airplane in a while. So hopefully it goes well this time. This is the last time I'm gonna try to record this today. So let's see how it goes. So without any further ado, we have already filed a flight plan on SimBrief. So let's pull it up here. Request data from SimBrief. Let's get our departure weather in as well, just so that we have it for later. Anyway, apart from that, I think we can also start boarding so that we don't have any delays here. Request boarding. There we go. And let's start setting up our airplane here. Let's get this out of the way. On this panel, we just need to turn the fuel pumps on. Nothing on this panel. Going up from here. Nothing here. And then going down on the center panel, we have the emergency exit lights. Let's arm them. Fasten seat belts to auto. Coming down, nothing here. Logo lights can come on, anti-collision, wing, all of it can come on. Electrical hydraulics can go on, and window heats can go on. And I think that should be it. Let's board everyone, and based on our flight plan, let me check my OFP real quick. I think we should be somewhere in that 16,000 feet range. That's where we are at. Okay, so let's set our pressurization to 16,000. And while we're here, we can also check out the landing altitude real quick. We can check any of these charts, and that should have landing elevation. So that's 778. So we're gonna put that in. By the way, if you like these kind of full flight videos and any content related to aviation in general, I am a real world private pilot as well, so you can expect some real world content on this channel as well. And yeah, if you're into all of that, please make sure you're liking the video. Please make sure you subscribe. I also work full-time, and this is a non-monetized channel, so it takes a lot of time and effort from my end to make these videos, and I would highly appreciate you guys liking and subscribing. With that out of the way, let's keep going. So we forgot one thing, the main thing, which is the IRSs. So let's see, on DC sign. And there we go, on DC sign. That one should be good as well. And we have our IRS is set to fast, so I think it should be very quick aligning that. Look at that, that looks amazing. I love that. I've also turned on the what do you call that, focus, kind of autofocus mode on, so you see the background getting all blurry. That's because of that. That looks amazing, looks absolutely amazing. I love that. Hopefully GSX doesn't mess up. Last time it just didn't push me back, and then when I tried using the PMDG pushback, that didn't work either, so it was a mess. And I was like, yeah, I'm not posting that. FMC pause init. Let's start going here. KSA and I don't know what gate we are at. 8. Okay, should take that in. There we go. So just a little bit different from our reference airport, so that's good. And last position is similar as well, so that makes complete sense. Okay, let's clear this out. Flight plan request, SimBrief route. We'll set the payload, although we are loading everything. PMDG allows us to set it right here. Set payload, set fuel. All of that looks good, and then select route. That should request our route. Meanwhile, let's put the engine page on here. Okay, let's wait for it. While we wait for it, we can go outside and admire this view here. The view of our shiny 737. I was gonna say 777 because I'm so used to flying 777, and I've been flying a lot of A320 as well. It's fun. I just like landing 737 more. I have changed my settings quite a bit. Maybe I'll do a video on my control settings. So I found this post on Facebook which said that, oh, use these control sensitivity settings to make sure that the airplanes feel kind of heavy and not too twitchy, and that's what I've said. So I may not have a very good landing, but just because it's new to me, but we'll see how it goes. Okay, so the route is loaded. Let's go to departure and arrival. I think we are taking 27, and we are probably taking seaward 2, but let's see what it's saying here. Seaward to LAX, that's what it is. Seaward to LAX, execute, and then arrival will be at 08, I believe, and then direct from Silex. Okay, so I don't need to select any arrival, just select the ILSY 08 and execute. That should be it, and we do not have any discontinuities here, so the whole path is clear. Let's go back to our weather, and let's recycle this just real quick, make sure we have the latest one. 2987 is our altimeter setting today, so let's change that to 2987. That looks good. Now we can go to our performance initialization, perf init, and while that happens, I am also going to start the APU, because why not? Alright, there we go. Load. Everything is loaded, but I still need to verify it. So let me quickly go through this and verify it. Our cost index is 26, 0244 knots. That is correct. 0244 knots, 16,000. Cost index 26. Final reserve is different. That's 2.13. So let's put that in. And our outside air temperature is in the weather here. It is 24 degrees Celsius. So quite warm today. 24, there we go. I think that should be good. And then let's go to takeoff performance calculations real quick. Performance tools, we'll be using 27, the runway is dry. Import from OFP because we don't have our final numbers yet. Import from aircraft. The aircraft numbers don't quite match. Oh, maybe there's a little bit of a mismatch between the aircraft numbers and yeah. Alright, flaps, optimum, this thing. I think that's fine. We can leave it at optimum. It'll probably give us some selected temperature for derate, and we'll see what it does. Yeah, it gave us a temperature of 44, so we are derating some because our outside air temperature is 24 and we're derating it by like 40 something. Alright, so flaps 1 and 1 is 85.18. We don't need the full. Acceleration height, okay, 1000 feet. I wish there was a way to just export this directly to the FMC so that I don't have to like remember and go through all of this. That's fine. Selected temperature is 44, so let's put that in 44, and then we go to takeoff 1 CG. We can just pull all in. 6.24 doesn't match, kind of matches, and then V speed as always doesn't match. That's fine. 129, 129, and 133. Let's do that. 129, 129, and 133. If you guys know why my calculated V speeds here don't match with the FMC V speeds, let me know, because this happens even on the 777 and I just cannot figure it out. VREF is 131. okay, don't need that right now. Alright, let's set up the panel here. So we're gonna set this to, what is it, 133 plus maybe like 140. I'm not sure what real pilots do on this one, but we're gonna set it at 140, and we're gonna set runway heading here, and our cruising altitude is 16,000, so that is set as well. VNav, LNav can come on. Doesn't need to come on right now, but might as well. Okay, APU is ready to go, so I'm gonna shift everything to APU, and I'm gonna also turn on APU bleed and isolation valve to auto. That should be it for now, I believe. Let's see if our boarding is complete. I think it is. So the boarding is complete. I can pretty much go ahead and get the stairs and jetway out of the way. Release ground power. No, not right now. I think that's what messed me up last time, so I'm gonna do it all manually from the PMDG FS actions page. That's what I'm gonna do, because I don't want to mess this up this time. That looks so good. I do see the focus changing a bit as you move, but that's just because I've left it on auto, so it does that. Anyway, I think that's it. Now I want to focus on this step. Go to FS actions, close this door. All of these doors are closed. I want to make sure that this goes. Okay, so this door is closed as well. Let's make sure it's closed from outside too. In real life you wouldn't do this, but I just don't want to mess up this time. Like, different airplanes have different things you can mess up, you know. Alright, so that's good. Ground services, I'm gonna release the ground power from here. Right, it says disconnecting. I'll let it disconnect. No more upsetting the system. Still disconnecting. Still disconnecting. There we go. So the ground power is disconnected. I'm gonna verify that. Yes, it is. And the next step is going to be to remove our wheel chocks. So that is good. Let's verify that as well from the outside. Yes, the wheel chocks are removed. Okay. Now I can ask for pushback and hope for the best. What is it doing here? What is it even doing here? Why is it doing that? Okay, well, yeah, that's the guy. Parking brakes are on. Wheel chocks are off. Hopefully it goes well, guys. Hopefully it goes well. By the way, we are flying offline today because I have zero energy to talk with the ATC today. I just wanted to record this nice little full flight video and just talk to you guys one-on-one without any ATC hindrance. Look at what that is doing. It's just going. It ran right into that other tow truck. Oh well, pushback truck. That looks so good though. Okay, so last time it did all of this, and then when I gave it directions on where I want to push back, it just quit on me. So hopefully that doesn't happen this time. Also, my joystick has been acting really weird. So I want nose left and tail right. That's what I want, yeah, because it's 2.7. Release parking brakes. Let's do that. There we go. Alright. Yep, that's where it got messed up. So let's see. Is it gonna go? Yes. Yes. It is going. Finally. Alright. Wait, what? What? Okay, now it's behaving. It's like close to 10 p.m. right now. I do not want to record this again. Looks amazing though. Oh no. Oh my god. Had to run right through it. Alright, one engine's on. Let's do the second one. Hopefully this thing is not pushing me out somewhere in the no man's land. Alright, second's good. Let's give it fuel. Guess it's just taking me to the taxiway, which is fine as long as it just doesn't push me out completely. Should be fine, I think. I mess this up always. Yo, what's that, guys? Why is the ground speed doing that? Feel like the 737 has just gotten a lot buggier these days. Let's set the parking brakes. Waiting my confirmation. I'm gonna give it to you. Yes, we do. Why am I having these frame rate issues? I've never had frame rate issues. Come on. It's terrible. Yeah, disconnect, come on. Quick. Alright, while this thing is going, let's set our flaps. And let's set this to TARA, although we don't have traffic. And let's blind these guys with some taxi lights and landing lights. Let's completely blind them, and then continuous on the engines. Shift the power to the generators. Probe heats on, yaw dampers on, packs to auto, APU bleed off, and APU off. That should be it for our overhead panel stuff. I'm gonna turn on the AT arm button. Yep, see ya. Auto brakes to RTO, and that should be it for our setup. Yeah, I'm seeing pretty bad frames. I don't know why. Like usually I am completely locked in at like 70-80 frames a second. Not sure why I'm dropping to like 50 right now. Also, why is it like wobbly? Yeah, all kinds of issues with the sim today. All kinds of issues. I've never seen this kind of performance in my sim. Are we just that heavy? It's taking quite a bit to get this thing going. I like this view for taxiing. It's really good. By the way, thanks to everyone for all the love on these recent videos. Been seeing a lot of new subscribers, a lot of new viewers hopping in on the channel, and that's kind of amazing. I would have never thought a couple of years back that I would have 1,000+ subscribers, let alone 3,000+. If you guys can help me get to maybe like 5,000, I want to do a huge giveaway at 5,000. Hopefully this whole PMDG secret project comes out by then, or something big, you know. Maybe like 2 or 3 best MSFS add-ons, like in terms of aircrafts. That's what I want to do, just to give back to the community, you know, just to give back to everyone. It's not that I'm gaining anything from this. I haven't earned a single dollar from this channel, because even though I've gotten to a point where I can monetize it, I just haven't. Maybe at some point I will. But yeah, let's taxi a little bit faster. Maybe go outside, check it out, see how it looks from the outside. Look at that. Look at that. That's the view I wanted. That's the view I wanted. That's the thumbnail shot. Maybe not. Maybe thumbnail shot would be something at the gate. Yeah, if you look at my thumbnails, all of them are like airplanes at the gate. I just love that view. Yeah, so basically with FG, I'm getting like 48 frames, which is terrible. I've never seen this kind of performance with my sim. And when I'd spawned in a couple of hours back, I was seeing like 80-90 FPS. So I don't know what's wrong. I just don't know. Maybe it is OBS that is killing the frames. I don't know. Maybe when I cut it during cruise, I'll check whether my frames come back or not. I think it might be the OBS. It cannot be anything else. But then when I look at OBS, it is using only 0.1% of my CPU. So is it using that much GPU and this slamming the frames? I don't know. I am not a computer guy. I have no clue. But I'm gonna try. Once we get to cruise, I'm gonna cut it and then see if my frames come back, because I do have this MSFS 2020 auto FPS open on my other screen. So that's where I'm checking out the frame rates, and it's reading like 50 right now. And I guess you guys would be like, oh, it's 50 frames. 50 is a lot of frames. I know, but when you're running 80-90 FPS all the time, 50 feels stuttery, especially with the micro stutters that MSFS has. 50 just feels too stuttery. I like that smooth 80-90 FPS feel with everything on ultra. That's what you build these rigs for. What's the point of spending $3,000 on this thing if it does like 50 FPS with everything on ultra? No point. Alright, here we are at the runway. I think we're good to go. We have everything set up. We have all the lights on. Everything is lit. Auto brakes is RTO. Flaps are good. Landing gear is still down. Sometimes what happens is my joystick would decide to pull the freaking landing gear lever right up exactly when I'm taking off. That's what happened once, which killed my video. But this time everything is going as planned. So I'm hoping it stays that way. Just gonna do a quick pause at as we line up on the runway, and then go from there. Look at those stutters that happen every now and then. So annoying. Completely kills the immersion. Alright, let's see how it looks like. I really want to admire this Oh, look at that. Look at that. Perfectly centered airplane too. Alright, you guys ready? Let's get out of here. Feet on the brakes. Oh, you know what? Just pull it back, pull it back, pull it back. We're gonna do everything right this time. We're gonna put this little chrono on. Where is it? There we go. We're gonna do everything right this time. Right, feet on the brakes. Look at that shit. Every time. Alright, 50N1. And then toga. You see what it did there? It just randomly pulled my gear up.
Airspeed alive.
This exact thing happened last time
80 knots.
during landing. 80 knots check.
E1. Rotate.
Rotate. V2.
Positive rate of climb.
And get up. There comes the confusion on whether to manually fly this thing or just enjoy the views. I'm gonna choose enjoy the views. Thank you. Definitely gonna choose enjoy the views. There is no way I'm missing this view. Look at that, guys. Look at that. Alright, let's focus on flaps here. Oh, wow. Wow. So the flaps had just automatically gone to 5 when I had set them to 1. You guys saw me set it at 1. It just automatically went to 5. Yeah, when I cut this video, I'm definitely going to unmap all of my controls from this X56 throttle quadrant, because something is heavily messed up on that. Really messed up on that one. I honestly don't know what's wrong there, but something is quite messed up. 200 LOD doesn't look that bad. Looks really good. On auto FPS, my full LOD is set to like 400, and I was getting that. I just don't know what's happening today. That's okay. Let's not cry about it. It's all good. The first thing I'm gonna do after I cut once we reach our cruising altitude is to completely unmap everything from my joystick, from my throttle quadrant, because that's messing up things, and I don't want that to happen today during the landing. Because in the last recording, when I went to Chicago ORD landing, right, it messed up my gear lever right at the end, like on short finals, and then I went completely unstable and wasn't able to do a good landing. Not letting that happen today. I think we are at 8,000. I'm gonna just assume we are at 10,000 and shut all of these off. Engine start switches can come back. What do you guys think? Is it a good day to do a nice HUD landing? I don't know. We'll see how it feels. What else? What else here? Nothing else here. I think we are good. Let's admire the wing view. Not much to see here, but soon there will be something. Actually, we are just going to keep going away from the land until we reach LAX, close to LAX. That's when we'll see the land again. That'll be fun, because we are going to descend through LAX, so that'll be a lot of fun. But yeah, that's what I'm gonna do now. So I'm gonna cut this video, and I'll see you guys back on top of descent. And while I'm out, I'm gonna exit from the sim. Hopefully it doesn't crash. If it crashes, you're gonna see the video of this departure. I'm still posting it. If it doesn't crash, I'm gonna unmap everything from my throttle and then be right back. Okay. Alright, I'm back. We are having a short cruise today. Initially we were supposed to be at like 12,000 on this PADRZ waypoint, but then I just expedited the climb because there's no point of constantly climbing, burning fuel, while I can just climb up and be there until we reach our top of descent, which is very close today. So I'm gonna start setting up our approach here. It's a direct ILS Y into runway 8, so there's no problems at all. Let's see, it's just gonna load. Oh, by the way, I already remapped everything. Completely unmapped everything, the gear, flaps, speed brakes, everything from my throttle quadrant. So I'm hoping that it works fine now. What is this now? Okay, there you go, it's loaded. I was afraid this is not gonna load now and mess me up. Anyway, so we are coming in directly on Silex. So at Silex our altitude needs to be 3,700, and at Buddy, believe it's Silex, right? Yeah, it is Silex, 3,700, and then at Buddy we need to be at 3,000, intercept the glide slope here. Okay, so we can put in our descent altitude as I think Silex. So let's put it down to 3,700, and don't worry, we will look at the, let me turn on terrain so that we know when we are close to or over LAX, so that we can look at that. There's LAX, by the way. Yeah, by that time I think we'll be at like 10,000, maybe lower than that I guess, and that'll be fun to watch. Anyway, let's turn it down to 3,700, and my plan is to intercept the glide slope right there, 3,700, and then our minimums for today are going to be 828 on the radio. So that's gonna take a while. Hopefully should be quick if I press shift. Still kind of slow. Wish there was a way to just enter it somewhere. 528, 6, 7, and 828. Good deal. We are not doing the localizer because we will be going and capturing the glide slope, so that's this minimums, right? So decision altitude is 1555 if we were to fill in the Barrow minimums, but since we are filling in the AGL minimums, the height, we're gonna put in 828. Okay. Some things to be careful about here. There's quite a bit of terrain going on. So there's a 3,000 feet hill right here, 1,000, 3,700. But since it's pretty much wide daylight, we shouldn't be too worried about this. And our frequencies are going to be 109.5. So there's 109.5. Put that in box 1, and 1095 in the second one as well. And our approach final course is going to be 079, so we put that in here. So 079 and 079 here as well. And then let's go to our landing page. 105.5, 079 verified. We are going to be we're gonna be having a 5,802 feet of runway, and with flaps 40 our speed is going to be 127. So let's do some landing calculations real quick, make sure we are still good. 08 dry, there's no rain there. Reversers all operational, definitely going auto brakes 3 here, no non-normal condition. Flaps are going to be 40, and VREF add maybe like, what's the weather like? Let's see what the weather is like. 180 at 9 knots, and we are landing 08. So what does that mean? 180 at 9 knots, and we are landing. Okay, yeah. So there's not much of wind going on. Yeah, we can probably do like VREF plus where is it? Oh, landing. VREF plus maybe 3. Import weather, calculate. So you're gonna stop at almost the end of the runway, maybe like 1,000 feet remaining on the runway, which is fine, I think. Which is just fine. How does this affect our, I want to see how this affects our 4829. Okay, what if I add 5,000? I guess you can have a smoother landing, right? Because you'll have more energy left to bleed out. You can have a smoother landing, which makes sense. Yeah, we're gonna just go 0. We'll set it right on the ref, because usually my tendency is always to land long. So you're gonna try to put it down, because Burbank is a short runway and we need to stop. So we'll just put it down. Just turn the AFDS brightness out. We are almost there on the top of descent, and LAX should be right in front of us, right there. Doesn't look that good from up here. Let me see what LOD it's at right now. It's 210, not much. 201, 210, that's where it's hovering, which is not bad, honestly. It's just 400 looks something else. 400 looks amazing. Everything looks really sharp. But that's still a view. That's still a really good view. Almost there. Started descending, and we need to set it to 2985 is what I remember my altimeter was. So let's set it to that, 2985, and I'm gonna do some fixes, because why not, right? At 10 mile and at 20 miles, just so that I know where I'm at with respect to the airport. We can admire the view here. Do you guys mind if I just go outside and look at this? I really don't want to miss this. I know it's highly unrealistic to do this, but who cares? Look at that. Look at that. Maybe I can zoom out a bit. That'll look even better. Damn. That's LAX. Absolutely stunning. I love that. Okay, let's enjoy some wing views here. I guess outside was much better. Oh my god, this sim just surprises me every day, every single day. Look at that, guys. Look at that. The engine sounds and everything. Oh man. Stunning. I'm really hoping that the landing is good, because otherwise it's gonna be disappointing ending this beautiful video with a terrible landing. That's not good. So we are at 10,000 feet. Let's turn the landing lights on. Very much like a headache. Okay, and it start switches to continuous. I hate these kind of switches. Three position switches. Runway turn off lights on. Seatbelt signs are on. Everything is good. And we are gonna do auto brakes 3 here. Do we need a bit of a braking action? I think we do. Looks like we'll still be at our altitude by the time we reach Silex, so that is good. But it needs some kind of help in braking, because you see how this pink arrow is below our current altitude. Now it's coming up, so I think we're good. I think it needed that just so that it can come within that 250 knot speed limit, and now it's doing that, so it's fine. Let's check some more views. Look at that. That's the beach. Lovely. Lovely. Yeah, I know this is unrealistic to just go outside and admire these views, but look at that, guys. Just look at that. Oh my god. That haze between the hills looks so real. So real. Our airport is somewhere there. I think somewhere here, right? This is stunning. Absolutely stunning. What do you think about this as a thumbnail pic? I think it goes. It's fire. Looks really good. I think that's our thumbnail right there. Has the nice hills in the background with that haze and all. Sick. Oh my god. Let me go back in, because we are close and I cannot afford to mess this up. I am so tired. I'm yawning. Right after this flight, I'm gonna jump into my bed. Okay, we are close to Silex, and also can go flaps 1 just to get some drag in so that we can slow down enough. I'll give it some help here. Because we are a bit further away from reaching 3000. I mean, it's 3700 or above, but I want to be at 3700 so that I can also capture the glide slope. At least turn localizer on. Okay, now we're good. At least on the speed. Descending. Localizer is on, but I don't even see the glide slope, so okay. I guess I enabled localizer too soon. Not sure. Oh man. Oh my god. That's the money shot. That's the money shot. Look at that. I'm gonna go through this full turn in this view. Looks so good. I cannot imagine how much better MS 2024 is going to look like just from the shots that we have seen. Look at that, guys. There is no way. Okay, let me get back real quick, make sure we're good here. Approach, let's capture the glide slope as well. It should capture it. There we go. It did. And now we are fully established. So I'm gonna go flaps 5. What is it, 2? Yeah, it's 2. And let's go flaps 5. I'm gonna prepare early, get stabilized here. Not much winds going on. 180 at 8 knots. There's GSX quitting on us. And we're gonna arm the speed brakes. Alright, gear down, flaps 15. Outer marker warning, and let's push the speed right to 128 and keep going on the flaps because I don't want to be late on there. I'll have to be in this view just for a bit so that I can control the flaps correctly. There we go. Now we should be good. Landing view is checked. What do you think, guys? Should we just fly this manual from here? I think we should. I think we should just fly this manual from here. Alright. That's exactly what we're gonna do. Let's disable everything and let's get going. Just keep it steady. We're going a little low on the speed. Let's get throttle up. Keep it steady, keep it steady. No need of crazy inputs. Again, I'm talking to myself just because minimums continue. Just because my controls have changed and I don't want to mess up. We have 7 knots of crosswind. Speed's going down again. Let's put in some throttle. Still really good on the glide slope. You want to keep it right on VREF so that we don't float too much, because I do not want to float on this runway for sure. Going good, going good, going good. Get some throttle out because the speed is going up. Get above the glide slope. Get some more throttle up. Let's not get too crazy with the throttle.
100, 50, 30, 10.
Yeah, I definitely need to recalibrate myself with this new setup. Because it does feel very different. It feels like all my controls are now laggy and stuff, but then I was just trying it out. I was just trying out, see if it actually feels real. If it doesn't, I'm gonna just switch back to my 100% settings that I had before. But to be honest, I need to fly a 172 on this with this setting, and then see how it feels, because it does feel like the airplanes have a lot more weight to it, but then I just cannot tell because I'm not a 737 pilot, right? So I just cannot tell. Yeah, I definitely like the way it feels in terms of the weight that it adds to the airplane, but like I said, I just cannot tell. So it was a minus 400 FPM landing. That's what I usually do at Burbank. I could have maybe floated just a little bit because it's not like we were not able to like stop on the runway, but it's always a game of just putting it down versus floating a little bit to get a smoother landing. It was minus 400. Not very good, but not very bad for this airport. I think the next one I'm gonna fly is going to be to ORD. I'm gonna decide where to start from, but what I really want to do is practice some landings with FSI panel, and then come back in and see how we do. I think that's the way to go, because I do need to definitely get calibrated with these new settings. Okay, where do we park? Where do we park? I think we can just take a right from here and then call it off. I'm sure you guys don't want me to see do all this parking and shut down and all that, and that'll also harm my average view time of the video, so I'm gonna just cut it off right there. Thank you all for watching, and if you guys like this kind of content, if you guys want me to do longer flights, longer videos, longer blabbering, then I would highly appreciate a like and a subscribe. Really helps the channel more than you think it does, so that would be amazing, and that's honestly the best way to support me and to keep my motivation going. So yeah, thank you all for watching. We are right here at the gate of the airport, and we are going to call it off right there. I'm gonna take that golf cart and drive away from here. See you guys on the next video.